Hi, I'm Mark Dubinsky, Chief Talent Officer of Blue Water Advisory, and I'd like to share a short story with you to illustrate how we can use the basic tool of a report card to bring clarity around an executive's actual performance as opposed to the executive's self-perceived performance. One of my coaching clients, Heidi, is the president of a 600-person organization with a few dozen locations around the country. At a recent coaching session, I sensed a higher than normal stress level in Heidi, and I endeavored to find out the cause of the stress. Things like work-life balance and never having enough time in the day came up, and I also heard Heidi complain a bit more than usual about some of her key staff members, which was not unusual, but it was amplified in this particular session. Unable to pinpoint the specific problem, but sensing it had something to do with her staff, I first asked Heidi to grade herself in her role as president, which she had been for about 3 years. Confident yet humble, Heidi gave herself the grade of an A-. Then, I went to the whiteboard and we listed Heidi's 6 key staff members, and I asked Heidi to grade each one of those members on a scale of 1 to 4, with 4 being the highest, and this is what it looked like. I asked Heidi to comment on what we saw, and in Heidi's view, she felt she had a pretty good report card. She had one A player in Mike who scored a 4, she had a couple solid B players with 3s, and in Heidi's view, she only had 2 people that she really needed to work on. Those are the folks that scored a 2. This is where the coaching comes in. In a safe yet candid way, I had to tell Heidi that the average of these scores is a 2.8, and when I went to school, and I believe it's still that way now, a 2.8 is a C+. And then we discussed how, as a leader, one's overall performance is a measure of those that person is leading, and thus Heidi's grade was actually a C and not an A-. This was a bit of a humbling experience for Heidi, but it was conducted in a safe environment with good intentions. The result was the eye-opening realization that for Heidi to be truly effective in her role, she needed to hold her staff to the same performance standards for which she held herself. We then drafted specific development components for each of Heidi's staff, and we prioritized those components with target dates, which allows us to measure the results without letting the project become overwhelming in the short term. In fact, Heidi found the exercise so enlightening, she asked me to share it with other CEOs as her contribution to the betterment of business. So the next time you want to get a quick read on how one of your key staff members is doing, or if you want to be honest and get a quick read on how you're doing, try the report card exercise. See if you agree with the grade, and if you don't, ask yourself what you need to do to bring your grade up. Thanks and have a great day.